Alright, what's up? Charm City 187.
What's going on, everybody?
It's week 16 picks. Week 15, I was 8-8. He was 10-6.
Thank you. I am slowly creeping up. We would keep track of the record week by week, but we fell behind in like week 9 when we did the mid-year review. And yeah, we kind of got lazy.
Yeah. Anyways, we both got Denver wrong. I, like a dumbass, picked Houston. We both picked New England.
Jacksonville, Buffalo's a little bit surprised because Jacksonville's been on a hot streak.
Yep. Dallas. Stafford has a disease called Romoitis.
I saw something funny on dailysnark.com. It has like the top 10 memes of Tony Romo. It's just him like showing him choking in every single game that he's choked in. And there's actually 10 games that he's choked in.
Probably more than that.
Number 1, can you name the first one ever? Where he
dropped the field goal or the extra point?
Yeah.
Alright, anyways. Thursday night football is done, so...
Yay! None of those stupid games anymore. Even though that middle of the week's going to seem kind of empty.
Yes.
But they'll have NFL replay and stuff like that, which are 10 times better, even though you know the score of the game than half the Thursday night games they had.
Alright. Sunday, December 22nd, 1 o'clock game. Start off with Miami at Buffalo. I'm going to take Miami, but it's going to be a hard game for them to go in there and win.
I like Buffalo, so you can put me down for Buffalo. I haven't done the picks yet. I don't even know who's playing. But I like Buffalo. We also need Miami to lose, so I'm going to go with my karma. Because usually I pick the team that wins, usually pick the team that loses in games that we need. As you'll see. Okay? So Buffalo at home.
I like what Tannehill's been doing, plus their defense is starting to come around.
Yeah.
They got that new cornerback they just picked up who's doing pretty good.
Michael Thomas?
I don't know, he got the pick.
He got the pick. Yeah, he was on that practice squad. He played 4 plays. He played like 20 plays that game. Makes 2 good plays. He ain't a star yet, dude.
Well, they signed him to the practice squad like 4 days before the game. He hadn't even played a single rep with the starters. But anyways, Minnesota at Cincinnati. I'm going to take Cincinnati. Minnesota, one week they're blowing up the scoreboard, and next week they're doing nothing. Plus they're getting AP back, so he probably won't do a damn thing.
Granted that blowing up the scoreboard was against Philly, so I mean...
And us.
They blew up the scoreboard in 2 minutes, so... I'll take Cincy, though.
Indy at Kansas City. I'm going to take Kansas City.
Yeah, Indy stands no chance. I think Indy...
Yeah, they're one and done. They haven't even clinched
They won the division.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yep.
Yeah, they won the division last week. But yeah, I'll take KC. Too many injuries on Indy for them to really do anything. Yeah. And this would be a good test for them because they're probably going to end up playing KC in the first round. So you're going to see what happens, except for it'll be in Indy, which won't make that much of a difference.
Tampa Bay at St. Louis. Where the fuck did St. Louis come from?
I mean, they've always had a good defense.
They just, I don't know what their thing is, yo. Some days they come and play, and other days they're just like, man, fuck this, I don't even feel like playing.
They wake up for the good teams. I'll take St. Louis, but I'm kind of hesitant on that pick.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't know what they're helter-skelter.
Yeah.
If Sam Bradford was playing, I feel more comfortable with picking him. Yeah. But with Kellen Clemens playing, I just don't know who's going to show up. And really, that defense won the game for them last week.
Yeah. Every game they've won, the defense has won it for them. Cleveland at the Jets. J-E-T, suck.
It's J-E-T-S. Facts. Who is it? At the Jets?
Yeah.
Taking the Jets.
I'm going to take Cleveland. Josh Gordon, they're not going to have an answer for him.
Camardi.
I don't. Gordon's just too... He's on another
He's
level.
too physical.
He's on a different level.
Right now, until he starts getting the dropsies again. But that's little. That's little. Yeah, but I'll take the Jets just because they're at home. Pretty good home team. So I'll take the Jets. And Cleveland still sucks.
Yeah, neither one of them have anything to play for.
Yeah.
Better pick in the draft.
That's coming up.
Dallas at Washington.
Speaking of better pick in the draft.
I picked Dallas at first, but then I switched it to the skin joke. I like Kirk Cousins. I think they should try and trade RG3. And
His name's not RG3.
it's RG Turd.
RG Knee.
Whatever. But I like Kirk Cousins more than RG3. It's just RG3. He's gonna keep getting hurt. He was a waste of a second draft pick. And how many picks did they waste to get him?
2 more first-round picks.
And didn't they?
And a couple seconds.
Second and thirds.
Yeah. And then they picked up Cousins in the 4th round. You draft a starting quarterback, and then you draft his backup in the same draft, back-to-back picks.
And the backup's better than the starter.
The backup fits Mike Shanahan's style offense more. He doesn't like having a running around quarterback that puts his life on the line every other play.
Well, RG3 will never be able to run around like he did last year.
No.
Never again.
Thanks to Haloti. But I'll take Dallas.
No, it's December. Romo-itis.
I don't know why, but I've got a good feeling about
Well,
Dallas.
Washington has a terrible defense, but Dallas is his worst.
Dallas is the worst in the NFL history. They need to give up 490 yards over the next 2 games, and they're the worst defense in NFL history. Worse than the Saints last year. No, they were bad.
New Orleans at Carolina. I'm going to take Carolina. New Orleans, they've been slumming it up on the road.
Yeah, I'll take Carolina too.
And Jimmy Graham cost me my playoff game.
Yeah.
Him and Marlon Brown.
Yeah, I thought you said... Marlon Brown had like a 25-yard gain, though, at one point.
Yeah, no, I needed 5 points. Jimmy Graham got .80 and Marlon Brown got like 3.2.
I mean, if you take Jimmy Graham out of the Saints offense...
Yeah, they're non-existent.
They're non-existent. But I'll take Carolina at home. I mean, it's not really that much of a home field advantage for Carolina.
No.
But it's just... I guess teams like that play better at home. Don't like to travel.
Tennessee at Jacksonville. I'm going to take Tennessee. I don't know why. They've been slacking lately. But
they made that big comeback against Arizona last week. I'll take Tennessee, too. I did my one Jacksonville pick of the year, and they let me down.
You picked them twice in a row. You picked them against Houston and
I was right. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay. I also take Tennessee, though.
Denver at Houston.
Ugh, Denver. It's going to be a massacre.
Yeah, Denver's going to kill them. Hopefully, J.J. Watt can beat up on Peyton a little bit. Keep his right ankle a little tender.
Well, just once it gets cold out, I mean, he's just going to... I mean, like, I love how people say they trust him in the playoffs. What has he done to make you trust him in the playoffs?
He's like 5-11 in the playoffs, isn't he?
Yeah, I love hearing that on NFL Network. He's the only quarterback I trust in the playoffs right now. Tom Brady? Joe? I trust Andy Dalton more than I trust Peyton Manning in the playoffs.
Today is like one of the first times I've ever watched First Take, and Skip Bayless was actually saying Flacco is one of the last quarterbacks you want to see in the playoffs, ahead of Brady, ahead of Manning.
Because he turns into another person.
Yeah.
Alright, speaking of another choke job.
405, Giants at Detroit.
Really, Detroit? Really?
I was going to pick... Oh, I did pick Detroit. Fuck. I was about to say I was going to pick Detroit.
I'll take Detroit. Yeah. Giants suck.
Yeah. Detroit sucks, but the Giants are worse.
Well, Detroit had one of the best defensive games of the year. They only gave up 305 total yards. It's just that Calvin Johnson got scared of Matt Elam.
Yeah, he had alligator arms, plus the defense.
He was having alligator arms in wide open space.
Yeah.
But it's just...
Everybody crying about them penalties. There were so many penalties on the
Joe Flacco almost got his career ended.
Yeah, and not even that. The first touchdown of the game.
Holding everywhere.
Yeah, Pettigrew had Suggs by his shoulder, outside and inside, and was pulling him away from the guy so he couldn't tackle him.
Yeah.
They were...
And then the Durham pass interference. Yeah. I mean, that was blatant.
Yeah.
But it's just like... They're fighting for the ball.
And I think that's why they didn't call the penalty on the dude that hit Flacco in the knee. Because they knew they missed that one, so they were giving him...
You know what I love? Is when Marlon Brown got torpedoed in the head. Everyone's like, how's that a penalty? He just got torpedoed in the head. The guy launched.
If that were Ed Reed or... Who else did that for us? Bernard Pollard. They would have got ejected from the fucking game.
He literally jumped 5 yards and...
If that were a Raven that did that, they would have been ejected and fined $100,000 before the game was over.
Yeah.
Arizona at Seattle. I'm gonna take Seattle.
I feel
It's gonna be a low scoring game.
I feel so bad for Arizona though, because they're so close to making it in.
Yeah.
But they got Seattle, then they got San Fran. You know?
They can beat San Fran. It's just I don't know if they can beat Seattle.
Are they at Seattle?
Yeah.
No.
It's gonna be a close game though.
It should be.
It's gonna be a low scoring game. It'll probably be like 20-17.
See, the one thing about Arizona is they have a quarterback that doesn't turn the ball over. Except for when he gets sacked. But he doesn't throw a lot of picks. Carson Palmer. But he doesn't throw a lot of picks. And he's pretty smart with the ball, but it's Seattle at home. They're not going to beat them. That's why I feel bad for them, because they have to go to Seattle. It's just like, God. They were so close.
420 plus Fitzgerald has a concussion. They don't even know if he'll play.
Exactly.
425 Pittsburgh at Green Bay. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh 21-17. But if Rodgers plays, I don't know, because what all Green Bay needs to do is win this game and then beat Chicago, and they have the NFC North, right?
Yeah. Or it's a myriad of things. Actually, Detroit still stands a chance.
Yeah, I know, but they need Green Bay to lose this game
and Chicago
to lose this game,
and then they need to win next week.
Yeah.
But I'll take Pittsburgh, Green Bay. I'll put a little caveat in there. Pittsburgh 21-17 without 21-20 without Rodgers. Green Bay 28-17 with Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
So
actually, I don't know, yo. That World guy, he might be fucking Aaron Rodgers up if Rodgers decides to play.
Yeah, Jason World.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
The other 425 game, Oakland at San Diego. I'm gonna take San Diego, but don't be surprised if Phillip Rivers rears his ugly head.
No. I saw his December record the other week, dude. He's like 26-7 in December. They suck in the beginning of the year. They start off slow and then they get hot.
Yeah, but them 7 losses are probably for the division.
Yeah. I'll take San Diego also.
And then, for some reason, they felt it necessary to flex the Ravens Patriots out of Sunday Night Football finale, and that game's at 425.
Is it the finale?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yep.
I think they play one next week.
Nope. Week 17 is all 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games.
They used to have one more for week 17.
They might flex a Sunday night game.
Like Baltimore, Cincy.
Oh, they might. I don't know. But anyways, 425 New England at Baltimore. I'm going to take New England 24-17. We're not going to beat good teams kicking 6 field goals. That's all I can say.
You've also picked against them the last three games.
No,
4 games you picked against them. You picked against them the last 4 games. And they're on a 4-game winning streak. I think subconsciously you're picking against them just to keep the good karma going. I'm going to take Baltimore 24-23. 8 field goals by Justin Tucker. All of them over 60 yards. Okay.
And then the Sunday Night Football finale is 8:30 Chicago at Philadelphia, which is going to be a shitty game, but Philly's going to win. 31-24.
Philly 30-27. I think Jay Cutler rears his ugly head in this game.
Did you say 30-27?
Yeah.
And
San Fran, Atlanta at San Fran, Monday night
23rd, the Monday Night Football finale. Atlanta at San Francisco.
San Fran.
Yeah, San Fran.
Matt Ryan sucks.
Yep. Atlanta sucks, period.
Yep.
So. Alright, we're done.